Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Good evening, everyone. Welcome po dito sa Life Coach Corner. Today is March 10 and today is another day to rewrite your story. So welcome to Life Coach Corner, a community service of Life Coach Philippines. Our mission is to kindle awareness and foster appreciation for the vast toolkit and modalities of life coaching. We're dedicated to empowering coaching professionals and aspiring coaches, providing them with the resources to elevate the ethical practice of coaching into a thriving profession and business. Here at Life Coach Philippines, we train, we coach, and we build. We're streaming through the Facebook pages of Life Coach Philippines International and Life Coach Oman and Life Coach Kuwait and Life Coach Eastern Life Coach Philippines Eastern Visayas and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you're new to Life Coach Philippines International or if you're watching through a shared link, please take a moment to like and follow Life Coach Philippines International. And this way, at sa ibang pages po namin, no? So this way, we can stay connected to the future learning opportunities. I'm your coach for tonight. I am Life Coach Marife Garfin and I am from Life Coach Philippines, a professional certified co-actively co-create life coach, also a certified mental health coach. I am a wife and a mom, and I am by background a registered nurse that has transitioned to becoming a coaching entrepreneur, and I am a mental health advocate and I support decided individuals to overcome their mental health challenges so that they live their God-given designs of victory and abundance. This is also the reason why I'm into mindful parenting, as mental health begins at home and it can also end at home. And if you're one of the parents struggling now to connect with your children, you can join me in my nth attempt to parenthood. This is a coaching community that seeks to empower every parent to take a stand in mental health for themselves and their children. If you wish to have a deeper conversation about parenting or mindful parenting, follow me in Life Coach Marife page or connect with me through 0975-9952-382. So in each live episodes, our goal is to provide a glimpse into the coaching experience for individuals seeking solutions to the challenges they face and seeking personal growth. So tag nyo po yung inyong mga kaibigan, especially those mga kindred coaches natin o mga kaibigan natin, or even those people who are interested to becoming coaches. So if you're one person also interested in embarking into a journey of becoming a professional certified life coach, much like me, Master Coach A Professional Training and Development Services offers co-actively co-create life coach certification program complete with international CPD accreditation and 40 credit units. The CACC course encompasses a 21-day web-based learning with lifetime access, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp led by Master Coach A, and a 3-day live virtual business bootcamp with your senior coaching team. The program package comes also with many bonuses so that you hop into the second fastest growing industry in the world today. If you're ready to take the leap, connect now with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to join the next CACC Life Coach Certification class of Master Coach a duly accredited CPD provider. And I believe the nearest date to the life coaching certification is this coming April 6 and 7. So connect po kayo. So magandang gabi po, no? We have Coach Colleen in here joining us. We have Coach Doc Herman, you tag along other Region 8 Life Coaching Center coaches, yung mga taga Eastern Visayas. And of course, my friend, very good friend, Coach Nord from the North. So maraming salamat for joining me tonight. So it's gonna be an exciting night. We're gonna be having conversation and I believe you will be able to relate with the things that I'm gonna be sharing. So you are joining me for day 10 for our Spin Method series. In a world filled with endless possibilities, where dreams dare to be chased and destinies are forged, there lies a method, a pathway to success unlike any other. So, we're going to be introducing to you today the SPIN method, your passport to unparalleled success. So, when you talk about SPIN, this is an acronym, okay? So, S stand for study. You need to dive into the ocean of knowledge, arm yourself with the insights that will propel you to the top. Now, P for spin stands for practice. Sharpen your skills. You're a coach, you need to sharpen your skills with relentless dedication until excellence is your default mode. That's the reason why in Life Coach Philippines, we have so continuous overflowing of powerful classes. And I is signifies implementation. It's time to stop dreaming and start doing. Take action, seize the moment, and watch your dreams unfold. And how about N? It's about seizing the future. Chart your course, set your sights on new horizons, and never settle for less than extraordinary. So are you ready to rewrite your story? Pa-heart naman dyan kung ready na kayo to heart your pa-heart dyan kung ready na po kayo, natag na po ninyo yung mga kaibigan ninyo. So hello Coach Lynn. So maraming salamat for hopping in together with me tonight. No? So the SPIN method is your ticket to greatness, coaches. Get ready for your breakthrough. Ayan. Ready na po ba tayong lahat? Okay. So Coach Doc Herman, ready ka na ba? So as we embark on this journey, kindly drop us a message so we can give you a warm welcome and so that we can acknowledge your presence. So feel free to share your current location, introduce yourself, whatever you're doing right now, fellow coaches and entrepreneur, tell us about your line of work, your services, or the products you offer. We encourage you to be active, participate, and I invite you to share your thoughts, your comments, and feedbacks throughout our session tonight. Now, one of the things, ready na tayo. So one of the things that you need to understand, which I believe you are also experiencing, is that stress is mounting and we need to learn to manage this. No? We need to be able to learn to manage this. So it will not impact our mental health. Like here in Eastern Visayas, left and right, every now and then, like almost weekly, on a weekly basis, we would hear suicide. And so that's one thing that my heart is really on the grip. No, it's where I'm really like nakatutok po ako niyan as a mental health advocate, and even the other people in the other people, my fellow coaches here in Eastern Visayas. Hello, Master Coach A. Thank you for joining us. So it is very important that we learn to manage. So this will not impact our mental health. So there is a need to lessen that stressor, and being unforgiving can add up to what we are facing right now. That's the reason why I'm going to be sharing with you forgiveness and letting go. Because being unforgiving can take a toll on you on the many areas of your life. Unforgiveness can lead you to chronic stress that is detrimental to your health and your overall well-being. Can you relate with me? Can you connect with this one? So it is a must then to really move into forgiveness and letting go. For if you allow it, you'll go into a chronic interpersonal. It will lead you to chronic interpersonal. It's a chronic interpersonal stressors that can cause us undue burden. And we don't want it. We don't want it, right? We have so many aspirations and dreams in life, and we want to be able to really do the things. So maximize time and really maximize our talents and be right in there to really get hold of whatever it is that we are aspiring in life. Now, if you're a parent right now, no, if you're here in this space and if you're watching this on a replay, I say that this is something that you need to really take a good look at. I mean, take this seriously as it will impact your nurturing role. Now, forgiveness involves an intentional decision. That's what forgiveness is all about. It's an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger. The act that hurt or painful memory. of the situation may be with you and you will carry with you, but when you work on forgiveness, it lessens the grip in you. It lessens the grip in you. And this is something that is really, really something that very real to me. In 1978, let me share to you this story. In 1978, I was then on grade 3. Grade 3 pa lang po ako. And it was an early morning time, and I noticed that my father didn't came home. Hindi po siya umuwi nung gabi. And so we woke up early. I did not hear any words from my mother, but I can feel my mother's tension. Feel ko po yung tension ng nanay ko. And so nakatayo siya, and then tumayo ako sa tabi niya. At nung unang panahon po, no, yung kahit may mga rooms po yung bahay, because we want to really sleep all together, we were sleeping in the sala. So nandun pa yung mat, sleeping mat, and yung mga unan at kumot nandun pa. But I clearly remember that the mosquito net was already down. And my mother was quiet. I didn't hear I said any word, but I felt his tension. And then I realized that my father really did not go home that night. And well, as a little girl, I wouldn't have any interpretation except that my dad is not yet home. But at around 5 o'clock, we heard footsteps kasi nung unang panahon po, di ba, yung kahoy yung bahay, dito po sa probinsya, kahoy yung bahay. And then we have wooden steps, no? May silong po kasi yung mga bahay, may mga, we would raise our own chickens and ducks in there, no? So we had that. May silong po kami. So I heard the footstep of my dad. And the moment my father entered the two swinging door, may kahoy din po yun, no? But it swings like pwedeng isa yung buksan mo. But the moment that my father entered the room, my mother really like shouted. He was hysterical. He was angry, asking questions where my father came from. Bakit hindi po siya umuwi? And there were so many words spoken, bad words that have been spoken, and I was just simply freezing, like I was numb. And I was just looking at them. I look at my father's face, and I could see na para siyang yung nakot, like he probably he was not expecting it, but yung bang alam niya, yung makita mo ba sa mukha niya na alam niyang may kasalanan siya, but he doesn't know how to go about it or how to explain. And so my mother was shouting us, and then all of a sudden my mom would shouted na lumayas ka. And then he threw the clothes to my father. My father was like really walking back to the like pop. Kasi sa labas po ng pintuan may porch, no? So he was really going backtrack, parang nag-step back, no, towards the porch. And then including with nung pagsabi po niyang lumayas ka is, sabi niya, isama mo si Marife. I'm the eldest in the family. I'm the eldest in the family, and so sabi niya, isama mo si Marife, and all my clothes were also thrown to my father, and I could feel the hands of my mom nudging me, pushing me forward towards my dad. So in my mind at that particular moment, I was really freezing, and I was questioning, ano yung naging kasalanan ko? I know my mom was angry with my dad, and I believe my brain was able to connect it that because he did mistake, he didn't come home. But for me, I was at home, I was resting, I was with my mom. So I cannot connect it with my mind. Ano yung nangyari? Bakit galit din yung nanay ko sa akin? Kasi nga, he showed me towards my father. And so that created for me a hole in my heart. I hated them both. I hated them both for bringing me to such a space of being overwhelmed and not understanding what is going on. So I was in that space. My mother was really crying, and then when my father left, the house became calmer. And then when they finally decided to really separate, the house became quiet. There was no more fighting. Now, mind you, it was not just the first fight. No, it was not. It's a series of fight, but I was in a space and I was grappling in my brain what happened. What happened and what was happening between the two of them, that I was in a middle. I am caught in between of them, and I didn't even know what was happening. So it gave me, it gave me that question where I hated my dad for doing something to hurt my mom, but I hated also my mom for hurting me when in fact it was my dad who hurt her. So it had that struggle within me. And that hatred boiled up to the point where as I grew up, I was not able to forge bond with my mom. Though I understand her pain, I was not able to um, forge bond with her because of that shoving. No, it took a toll on me. It was really imprinted, and it became a barrier for me to really be much more closer with my mom and to really connect well with her. So palagi pong so whenever I have struggles and problems, I did not it was not easy for me to approach my mom because I don't want to burden her, but at the same time there was already a wall because of what has happened in the past. So this is something that has separated or has caused me and my mom not connecting. And as a mom myself, as I grew up, I didn't realize that experience, which I have not actually dealt with, has also brought me to a space of inability to connect with my children. That is because from I have not yet learned to forgive and have not learned to really let go. So silently, it has followed me all through my life until I had clarity when I became a professional certified life coach. And mind you, I became a certified life coach at the age of 49. And this is something that I've carried for quite some time. That's why it is very important. That's why I'm calling all the parents that part of our nurturing and part of really being able to give the best of who we can be to our children and to nurture them so that they be able to really find their own person is for us to sever the tie of unforgiveness in our heart and move towards forgiveness. We need to be able to move towards forgiveness, the first step before you are able to really learn to let go. It's hard to let go when forgiveness has not set in your heart. So it has to come first. Face it and be able to move through it in that way so that pain will not be transferred and not be something that you're going to really pass on to the next generation. Understanding your why in forgiving matters. It is very important that you know the benefit of the benefit of the benefit. You have to be able to come up into a space of understanding the possible why of you moving forward to forgiveness and letting go. Now, I'm going to give you here possible whys, and I want you to come to a space of really reflecting. Put your space in reflection. Think and really take some time to really focus on the things that I'm going to be sharing with you so that you can begin to look deeper and be able to find your why. Number one is for healthier relationships. When you forgive someone, you also forgive yourself. When you have grudge with someone, aside from what he or she has done to you, you also beat yourself, isn't it right? You beat yourself why you allowed it to happen to you. And it's the same thing. I hated so much my mom for choosing my dad. I was saying na, Bakit kasi pinili niya yung tatay ko? Dapat kasi ito yung ginawa niya. You should have really been picky and all those things. And why did my father do this to hurt my mom? So all of those things. Um, how come, no? And there was a time when I wish I could have chosen a different parent. It came to that space. So, this is something. This is a heavy, heavy conversation with the self. But this is something that you need to learn to let go because it will cost you your mental health. No? And it will cause you to lose the relationship that you have. Oftentimes and not, when we are so much into our emotion, we become hostile to the point that we do not see the value, or even know who to value. And we push them away because we don't want to be in pain. I remember my mom telling me that I have the exact face just like my dad, and my face would remind her of my father. But hey, I was a different person, right? And it's the same true to you. If it's a situation wherein, di ba, may mga nagpapaalala sa iyo doon sa mga kinaiinisan mo at kinagagalit mo, and you're triggered by it, isn't it right? So you actually beat yourself for allowing this to happen to you. Betrayal happens in relationship, often because of tolerations. That's why beating oneself can happen. And so it is important for you to know, is your why you wanting to have a healthier relationship. And if you're a parent who may able to, you are connecting with my story, I want you to take a deeper look at yourself, because how much of those pain, how much of those experience have you forgiven, have you let go, because you have to be in this space wherein you may be able to pass it on to your child. Second why is improved mental health. When you forgive and you let go, you get out of the victim mode. Forgiveness breaks the tie that binds you negatively to the other person or to the situation. You can forgive without forgetting. Totoo naman yan. You can forgive, but you may not be able to forget. What happened to you happened to you. That's the truth. You can forgive, but may not see the person again. Pwede po yun, as it is a choice to trust the person again. Boundaries, nag-set ka ng boundary. Hindi, pag ito na-break, naiinis talaga ako, galit ako. Pero when you have forgiven, you say, that's a boundaries. Okay, nalaman ko ngayon, hindi niya kaya yung boundary na yon. So I don't want anymore, I don't want to see the person, but this is time without hatred, but this is with a space of forgiveness and letting go. So you can forgive without seeing the person because it's trust, no? But remember that when you are forgiving, when you are in a space of forgiveness and letting go, there will be less anxiety, less stress, less hostility, and fewer symptoms of depression. And I remember I heard, no, as I grew up, I was already in high school, moving toward college. My mom would tell us the reality of the situation. This time, she was actually healing, and she told us that, hey, we're having difficulty right now, your dad is like this, without maligning my father, no, but just simply stating the truth. And she said, you know let's just make the most of what we have. You can create your own beautiful life. So that's one thing that my mom told me. So it is something that will truly help you to be less of those. When you have less of stress, anxiety, hostility, your mental health will be taken care of. Thirdly, when you're into forgiveness and letting go, it helps so much in your health, physical health. The experience of forgiveness will return your positive energy. Isn't it right that when you hated someone, like, nakakapagod, inis na inis ka, you don't want to get out, you just want to, like, gusto mo nang ibalibag yung tao, or you hated so much, you want to cry out, you want to get out of the situation, but you can't get out. So your energy is zapped. It's very negative. It's a negative energy that comes. Anxiety, depression, and undue stress can cause you high blood pressure. You can have heart attack for that. And then it will really bring low your immune system. That's why when there are people, I believe I heard this from Master Coach, when the person is in chronic, and even research now, when a person is in chronic stress, and the person will be eventually, there will be physical symptoms that the person will experience. You will experience headache, you will experience so many, like we call it, generalized body malaise. It means there seem to be some pain which you cannot pinpoint, because it's like everything is painful in your body. So it will impact, it will bring your immune system down, and the intensity can run a gamut from mild discomfort to intense physical reaction. And definitely your physical health will suffer. Now, I don't know with you. I don't know with you right now, but have you found so far your why, from what I have shared, from the three things that I've shared, that can make you decide and can bring you to an intentionality to move towards forgiveness and letting go? Okay, that's for you to really, really reflect on. But there's a fourth possible why which you can take. No. Number four is forgiveness will free you. It will allow you to take back your power. The energy you invested on people who hurt you, or not being able to accept what was done to you, can be refocused to something beneficial that will contribute to your well-being. It's freedom. When you walk into forgiveness and letting go, you can just simply say, I'm free. I'm free. It creates that sense of lightness, because you know that you're no longer chained to the past. You're no longer chained to the past. And number five, possible why, is forgiveness will help you grow spiritually. Forgiveness encourages you compassion. Before you come into a decision of forgiving and letting go, I'm pretty sure there is so much of the thinking first, so that you can begin to really reflect on if you're ready to let go. Alam kong marami pong nangyari at marami ka pong inisip. And it can come to a space of even looking, no, I want to forgive, so I want to look at the other person's perspective. Pwede ka pong pumunta dyan, because it's not easy. It's a process. Forgiving and letting go is a process. So there will be many ways. There will be possible experiences. Maybe you've learned something, you've heard something, you've read something which has allowed you to really take a pause and take a good look at yourself. So with this, when you forgive, spiritually you grow. You're able to relate to others as part of the human experience. Now, I remember like really hating my dad for mga palpak. And even really thinking they could have done this if this way. They, all the many what if. But I realized that they too were not understanding what they were in and what was happening. So because they don't have the clarity, they're not able to take a hold and take a grasp of how to make it right. Back then, life coaching was never, it was never heard of in the 1970s, even in the 80s. Yeah, life coaching has been in the Philippines uh, like 2000s already. So you come to a space of really looking at, trying to see that there's something in them that they didn't meant it to be, but came about. And they were not able to really handle it. Not because they're bad people. It is simply because they have their own battles also. They have their own demons inside of them. To be physically and emotionally unencumbered, you can put past behind you. Pwede nyo pong matanggal na yan. Forgiveness is an act of kindness and goodness. And as I've said, you will grow spiritually because this is the path to peace. So how is it? Were you able to find from the five that I've shared to you your possible why? Takes practice. It will happen as you determine your pace towards it. So here are some tips which you can take that may help you, that will truly help you if you you take it, as you said, I am one person who support decided individuals to overcome challenges. And forgiveness and letting go is a process, it's a challenge. So here are some tips that you may take a good look and decide which among this, or when, not even which among this, but decide when can you start trying it out. 10,000 experiment rule. Try it out. If it's still too heavy, decide to try it out first. So what are the tips? Number one is acknowledge your situation. And when you acknowledge your situation, it includes acknowledging the emotions, the harm done to you, recognize how the emotion affected you, your behavior, and your decision making. Then, secondly, you have to accept what came to be. Many people are chained in the past. They don't want to move forward. You will know if you have not really come to a space of forgiveness, because iiwasan mo yung tao, iiwasan mo yung maisip mo man lang yung tao, iiwasan mo, and oftentimes and not, even if the situation is different, you will be able to find something to connect it with in the past. So accept what came to be, how it changed your situation, your role in it. I remember Master Coach A sharing in Kapihan Night when she said that, to bounce back fast from whatever downfall, mistakes, and failures you believe your experience, is to come to a space of recognizing that you are the cause. And I would say, remember too, that if you are the cause, you can also be the solution. So acknowledge the situation, acknowledge the emotion, accept what has happened. Because you cannot pull back the past and correct it from the present. The past is the past. Things has happened. How do you want to move forward? And thirdly, you take some intentional action. Action. Begin to identify what needs healing, and who do you want to forgive? Sino ba yung mga taong nakakainisan mo who caused the situation to be that way? Like for me, it's my mom and dad. To begin to identify what needs healing and who do you want to forgive. Then recognize the value of forgiveness and how it can make things better for you. And I believe you will be able to do this if you start really with your why. Yung shinare ko po kanina. When those why became clear, you know the value. You know that you need to push forward. You know that you will stretch yourself to get it, because that's most valuable to you. And then choose to forgive the person who offended you, because I'm pretty sure in every situation there will be an offender. Like for me, the situation, I hated the situation, and the offender are two people. Release the control and the power. That's next. That the offending person and situation have had in your life. And with this, you can do actually this ceremonially. You can write it down. Then you get, you can be in you can like burn it, turn to ashes, signifying that you're letting it go. You can have that. And then part of your action is to find a community to support you and will influence you to be better. Forgiveness and letting go is a process. Hindi po siya ganun lang. So time and time again, your subconscious who has the record of it, susundutin yan. Babalik pag may similar na situation. So you must be able to find yourself to be in a space where you are being brought to creating new ways of thinking. So putting in so much empowerment from positive conversation, from a positive space with people who will celebrate you and will not tolerate you. You got to find that community. And for me, I was able to find that community in Decaf Coffee Republic. I was able to find that community when I opened up myself to vulnerability and have the freedom to experience authentic conversation. That was with my family, with kindred coaches from Life Coach Philippines. It was 7 months in Master Builder Apprentice, which I enrolled, where we really truly processed by Master Coach, and everything became clearer. So the decision of forgiveness and letting go happened before, but it was really strengthened and became much more clearer when I became a professional certified life coach. And the freedom was triple more than what I imagined it to be. And definitely, part of the action is to find peace with God. You know what? When we want to control things, when we blame so much why situations are this way, we forget that there is someone bigger than us who sees greater and is ready to turn that pain to joy. So we need to be able to move forward, let go, and let God have peace with Him and have conversation with Him so that you can begin to move forward. And today, as I shared to you, and I said it's a process, forgiveness and letting go is a process. I'm going to be sharing with you the intake form, the forgiveness and letting go intake form, which you can download from the caption of this video. And as you move through it, I believe there will be memories that will be invoked, that will be awakened. Some of it may be very painful. And so if you will have difficulty working through it, just connect with me so that I can walk you through the toolkit. This is the forgiveness and letting go intake form using the spin method. So what are these? So ano po ito? So this toolkit will begin. This toolkit will begin with a question. No, it's a question. The first question would be, what aspect of your life do you feel the need to practice forgiveness or letting go? And this needed really, for us to reflect. One of the things that I believe is very real, no, and it's an experience of mine, is that when you are in the state of forgiveness, the door to the blessings pour in. Bakit? Because you are in a positive state already. Pag negative state po kasi, napakahirap po because the giver of the blessing is a positive supreme being. God is a God who does not harbor any negativity. So it's difficult for him to pour that out for you. So what aspect of your life do you feel the need to practice letting go? The second question that you need to really reflect on is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you describe your current peace of mind regarding the situation or relationship? So if it is a situation that is troubling you, no? Nangyari na itong sitwasyon na to, napakahirap, or kaya yung relasyon mo napakagulo, or something happened, there was betrayal, there was, mahirap isipin, no? Tingnan mo, i-rate niyo po. Rate it from a scale of 1 to 10, the peace that you're experiencing. Because I'm pretty sure, di ba? If you are angry and you're pissed off, you cannot sleep. And ito nga sinasabi ko, no? Pag galit na galit ka, nainis ka, inisip mo yung tao masyado, you're kind of meditating on the person, lugi ka kasi yung taong yun, hindi niya alam, tulog na yun. Diba? So, come to that space. Try to relate so that you get to understand if you need really to let it go. What does it take to bring that peace, no? So ano yung current level ng peace mo ngayon, no? And then thirdly, what are the main challenges or emotions you experience when considering forgiveness or letting go? I'm pretty sure, no, that each and every one of us are built with that sense of right and wrong. So when you're harboring unforgiveness, it's causing you discomfort. You know in your mind that you need to do something about it. And maybe you're one person who have tried over and over again. Ang napakahirap i-let go, Coach Marife. So you try to identify the main challenges or emotions na na-experience mo when you are already deciding or when you want to forgive and let go. Ano yun? Anong mga emotions yun? And then, you go and reflect. Okay? Fourth question, reflect on any recurring thoughts or feelings you have when contemplating forgiveness. Ano yung pumapasok? When you think about, I want to forgive this person, pumapasok ba sa isip mo yung, nako, baka naman sabihin niya mali ako? O nakakahiya naman, nakakahiya baka sabihin niya I'm weak. Ako yung sumuko. So, ano yung naiisip mo? And how do you typically respond to this emotion? When you think, kung yun yung pumapasok sa isip mo, ano yung nararamdaman mo at ano yung, paano mo siya, how do you respond? No? Paano mo siya nagiging translate into action? No? Paano? So, another thing that you can do is consider. You have to come to a space of considering any past experiences or beliefs that might be influence your ability to forgive or let go. Diba? Lalo na po, if you have experienced being betrayed over and over again. Like, hindi na lang to first time. I remember the story of my mom, as I've said. Yung away na yun po, yung situation na yun na nirelate ko po kanina, it's not just one time. May nangyari po nung nakaraan. And it's so hard. It's so hard to begin trusting people again. It's so hard to really, you know, like nag-shield na, nagde-defend na kasi yung katawan mo, kaya ayaw mo na. So, minsan pa'y pagtakbo na. Ayaw mo na lang, ayaw mo nang tingnan. No? Consider any past experiences or belief that might be influencing your ability to forgive or let go. You know, identify. And then, think. Okay? Question 6, what specific outcome or changes do you hope to achieve by practicing forgiveness and letting go? When you have identified your why, as I've mentioned earlier, your why is a goal. So most definitely, that's the outcome that you would want for yourself. So you can use this toolkit to reflect on it. What specific outcome? What is it that I want to really achieve? How do I see myself? What emotion? How would I look? Ano na yung magiging itsura ko? Ano na yung demeanor ko? How light will I be? Or, yung mga ganun po. No? So you think about it, you reflect on it, on specific outcomes. Because these specific outcomes will add up to your decision, will add up to your why, so that you get to move forward. It solidifies the reason of you being wanting to really forgive, experience forgiveness, or even give forgiveness and letting go. And definitely rate your commitment, number 7, to actively cultivate forgiveness and letting go using emojis. So kayo na po yung, like, if you're fully committed, ano yung hitsura ng emoji? If you're unsure, lagyan niyo po dyan ng emoji. You rate it so that you can begin. You see, when you rate it, you're also able to come to a space of reflection. Ito ba talaga? Because a lot of times, most of the pain and the struggle and the hatred and the, yung kainis mo, nasa brain. But once you started writing it down, you gain clarity, and oftentimes you see there are things that you have been doing na hindi naman pala needed o hindi mo na kailangan o wala na doon. Nasa guni-gunin mo na lang. So, You have to be able to come to that space, no? And if mahirapan po kayo, as I've said, because it's not an easy process, you connect with me. Connect with me. Let's have the conversation. Because as I've said, when you know your why and you value that why, you know that you needed to take the process and take the necessary step to get the outcome that you need. You see, marami na pong chaos sa mundo. Marami nang nangyayari ngayon. There's so many things, so many chaos, so many pain, so like too much. There's so many things now at the present that we need to focus on. It's time to unburden ourselves and to let go of the past. The past belongs to the past. Let it not creep to your present. Oprah Winfrey said, true forgiveness is when you can say thank you for that experience. Salamat, naging mabuti akong tao. Salamat, na-develop ko yung patience. Salamat, I become wiser in spite of what had happened. You know, as I end this conversation, forgiveness and letting go is a heavy, heavy conversation, especially if you're aching right now. But never forget, forgiveness will allow you to build a beautiful, better life. Isn't that a great reason for you to step up, move forward to forgiveness and letting go? So if you want to have deeper conversation with me on this, connect with us in Life Coach Philippines International 0917-586-1661, or you can connect with me here in, if you are from, especially if you are from Region 8, Life Coach Philippines Eastern Visayas. Maraming salamat po for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining us, and we invite you again for to our many face-to-face events in Decaf Coffee Republic, up all night, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. And Purposeful Sundays, you know, we have Parenting Mondays, but most especially Kapihan Night by Master Coach A every Tuesday. And never forget, if you want to really strengthen yourself and prepare your heart for forgiveness and letting go, Cabin Life at the Campfire. Learn how to pray, learn or experience how to pray and pray for. It is a beautiful experience when you are in a safe space where everybody knows that you are a beautiful person. You just needed someone to walk with you. So maraming salamat po. An open mic every Saturday at Decaf Coffee Republic. A night of self-expression, a night of poetry, music, and even spoken word. Please join us back tomorrow for day 11 with Coach Lynn for healing from past emotional traumas. Ayan na. No? So, past emotional traumas needs to be dealt with. No? And it's a good follow-up from the topic of forgiveness and letting go, because oftentimes na not, yung mga trauma natin, yan din po yung nagpapasakit at kailangan din natin tingnan para makapag-forgive tayo at maintindihan natin so that we can forgive and let go. So for coaching classes and services, send us a private message or send an email to connect@mastercoach.com. When share your insights for tonight's sharing and hashtag pack my bag moment. Please tag our page so we can engage with your social media content. Looking forward to see you all tomorrow. Good evening, everyone. Maraming salamat po sa paghintay dito sa Life Coach Corner. Love, bam, boom. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
As a business owner, are you overwhelmed by the need to post beautiful, engaging content every single day? Are you left wondering what to write? Tired of scrolling through stock photos that all start to look the same? Confused by complicated graphic design programs? Rise Up Creatives is here to help. Each month, we give you everything you need to create 31 days of social media content in just 5 minutes a day. Customizable captions, curated lifestyle photos, a drag-and-drop graphic design tool, and the ability to post directly to your social media accounts. No one else empowers you with these 4 resources all in one place. Each month, we help you plan your social media calendar by providing you with 31 image themes and customizable captions so you can quickly and easily create engaging content and grow your following. Simply select the image that works best for your feed or story. Then, copy the caption and customize it to fit your audience. 5 minutes a day. It's that quick. Plus, you'll absolutely love our drag-and-drop graphic design tool. Start from scratch or choose one of our beautiful templates to fit your unique brand. When you're ready to export your design, you can download, email, or post directly to your social media accounts. Here's the truth. Our world needs what you have to offer. Don't let technology or procrastination hold you back. Rise Up Creatives is more than an online resource. We're a community helping you overcome your biggest barriers to reach your greatest goals. We're here to help you rise up and be creative.